Yes. Hi everyone, this is Rachel here
Hi everyone, Desmond here.
we are from Peak Resonance, and today we are coming on to share with you about personal development, which is this month's theme, and with regards to increasing productivity as well. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So I'm going to take the chance to share it first.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. I'm sharing this too.
Yeah. I can see it very good. So, let's talk a little bit about productivity. What comes to your mind, Desmond, when you think about productivity?
Getting things done.
Getting things done.
Getting
Very
things
good.
done, getting items tick off your to-do list.
Uh-huh.
And what else? Being productive. And this one will sound okay. This one is fine too. It's my view. It's like being productive is opposite of being a couch potato.
Oh, is that true though? That's
Oh,
interesting. I've never heard that
that's
before.
mine.
Is that true?
That's mine. That's my version. That's my version. I mean, my
Wow.
in my version, it kind of was like being productive will be busy doing things, getting efficient work done. Whatever that work is, it may not actually be work, but even just getting house chores done to me is also still productive because it's things to be
Mm.
done instead of just having deciding to just park yourself for hours on the couch
Hey,
and things
I
are not
wonder
being done.
whether I can be productive watching Netflix. Productively watching Netflix. Oh my
Actually, yes.
goodness. That's
Actually,
so
yes.
cool.
Actually, that's yeah. You put a good point. It's true. I mean, if you're watching Netflix with that intention to watch it, I think this thing we have mentioned
Yeah.
before previously about being how to what was that we have mentioned so about being very intentional, even if it's your break time. I think if it's being intentional, intentionally effective for your break instead of multitasking even when you're watching Netflix, then are you
Yeah.
effectively enjoying and making use of your allocated
Yes.
time to Netflix?
Share with you or share with everyone something. Recently, I'm watching Blacklist on Netflix. I'm rewatching it,
Mm-hmm.
and it has captivated my attention. Usually I watch Netflix and I play game at the same time. That's my zone out way of. That's my way of zoning out. So, but
So
recently I
are you watching TV or are you concentrating on the show or
that's
are
the
you concentrating on your game?
That's the
That's my
thing. That's
question.
the thing. Then I realized that, and the thing is, I get exasperated with myself because I was playing game and then I was watching the show and then I was like, oh my god, I missed what the person said. So when I miss the point, then the plot, thickens, but I don't know why. So I have to rewind, watch it again. Yeah, I was like, okay, I've got to stop doing that. Okay, so then I stopped playing game. So my game, the is lagging behind quite a bit. And then I just focus on watching Netflix by itself. Yeah. Hmm.
Cool. I think you brought out a good point. You brought out a real good point. So that
Yeah.
that version of what I would say as being it may not necessarily just be a couch potato watching TV. I mean, it really comes in very different forms. You can just be sitting there and doing nothing, and if that is effective because that is that intention, it's fine. But
Yeah.
instead of actually having things that is piled up, but you are perpetually procrastinating and not doing it and doing this instead, then it may become in context become something that is not beneficial to your productivity. But it really comes down
Yeah.
to that context itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I agree with that. And it's
So
interesting though, because even as I was sharing about just when I watch Netflix, just watch lah, don't play game. It also links back to reminded me of what we were talking about earlier with regards to not multitasking. That
yes.
yeah, I is that what you were going to say earlier?
Yeah, it was about like so
Great
so you got your
minds.
first point. You got
We
your
have
first
we have
point.
great minds think alike. So one tip and one way to increase productivity is to stop multitasking. So sometimes there was I think it was very popular in a certain few years back, I think, where people multitask all the time. They can be doing a few things at the same time. Some people I've seen, it's very amazing, can talk on the phone and do something else at the same time as well. I always wonder how people do it, but I mean I can't. But yeah, that's multitasking. But in order to be productive and deliver quality work, perhaps one of the ways to try out is to stop multitasking, focusing on one thing at a time. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that is the first point for today, which is stop multitasking and focus on one thing at one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
that's our
right.
first point. I think that's a very, very valid, very true statement. I mean, if you're a multitasker and all the things that you are doing within together is equally good, I would say that there's nothing wrong in that sense. But in a true sense, is multitasking has also, in later studies has been seen that it is just about hopping from task to task within that same period of time itself. And there's
Yeah.
actually
And
not
actually,
no nothing really
go on.
wrong. The studies didn't say that it's wrong, but it just shows that the same amount of attention and energy that you have is now spread over a few things at the same time, and then
Yes. And therefore, we are not fully present in doing any one of those tasks.
yes, that is true.
Yeah.
And that is true.
Yeah. And then we may miss out, not that we will, but we may miss out on some things if we are not fully present. It's like for me, right? Like the earlier example, when I'm playing game and watching Netflix at the same time. I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm depriving myself of enjoying Netflix fully because I was distracted and I was playing game at the same time. So it's like, I don't get both the benefit from both activities, which yeah, defeats the purpose in the first place. Yeah.
I used to do that. I used to be like watching TV, but I'm also playing game, and I also realized that it ends up that I am not actually catching the show as much or much of it, but I'm also playing because the games I play can be quite like intensive. You really have to, because those are role playing games. You really have to be really looking into the game because they require, it's not those play and you just put down kind of game. I really have to be in there for that 10-15 minutes
Wow.
RPG game. So it is. So yeah, I have stopped that, at least from my entertainment point of view itself. I've stopped actually playing game while I'm watching TV. So if I'm on my Netflix, I'm on my Netflix, and if I'm spending the next 30 minutes on a specific game, I move away from my Netflix and I just be there for that game itself.
That's called focus. Oh,
That's
so
called
another word
focus.
for stop multitasking is focus.
Focus.
Ah,
So
good,
yes, focus. Yes.
good. Yeah, away and towards. So, yeah. Okay, so what's next? What else? What else do you do to increase productivity?
Yeah, one thing that I have shared before that I have learned and I'm still learning and to refine it further. I picked up this rule to gain focus or to be able to put time on it, is this 10-minute rule that is being taught by a certain guru itself. He actually advocates this 10-minute rule. How this 10-minute rule is such: if you are in the middle of a task and you're doing something, you've already allocated the time, you've done everything, and you still get this distraction, this absolute urge to whatever, to Netflix, to surf their Facebook, to just something out of what you are supposed to do. Then this 10-minute rule can come in. How it works is, take your timer. Even if your distraction is your phone, it's okay. Take your phone, put a timer for 10 minutes. Then what do you do in that 10 minutes? You have this choice. As we always believe, we always have a choice. You can either firstly choose to do the task at hand for 10 more minutes and tell yourself, it's kind of like a negotiation and kind of promising, just like for those who have kids, well, I don't, but I've seen, promising the kid that, okay, if we finish this and then we can go on to perhaps the ice cream or something else. So in the same way, it's telling yourself that let me concentrate. Let's concentrate together for 10 more minutes, and then we'll hit for that break. Be it Facebook, be it scrolling, be it Netflix, be it ice cream.
That feels like delayed gratification.
Well, yeah, actually, in a way it is. Yes, I think there's a good way to it. That wasn't the term that teacher taught, so we didn't coin it there. But yes, it's certainly. But the real thing is that to be able to use this delayed gratification to allow yourself to put down 10 minutes, and the result is that when you get into your 7 or 8 minute, you may be still struggling to get to do it, but you know that you're going to get a break. The tendency is that you may stretch to 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, because by the time your alarm goes, you'll be absorbed in the work already, and we go like, okay, I'm in the middle of this. Well, I'm just going to finish this first. And it could just easily stretch to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, very easily because you've already committed yourself, you've already started to concentrate and focus, and that's good. The gist is also to really take that break, still get that gratification because you promised. Don't promise and then decided that no, I'm not going to break, I'm just going to your body is still going to, your mind is still going to, hey, you promised me the break, you didn't, and then you're going to sit down on the floor and start bawling itself.
You know what I sometimes do for myself when I want to set that time for the break. I will I think I order Grab food all the time, right? So I will order whenever I feel like I don't want to do something, right? Or I'm delaying, I'm just doing everything, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, except doing the particular task itself. I'll order the food. I think it takes 30 to 45 minutes to reach me, and then I'll make sure I finish everything before the food comes. Otherwise, I tell myself I cannot eat. Then I'll be like, oh my goodness, I cannot eat. I want to eat. I want to, rest. So I'll faster finish the thing so that, I can eat. Yeah, that's how I motivate myself to get things done in a way.
Cool. Well, that the principle is the same. You just make use of something that is more at hand and something that you are already using. I think that's cool. So this 10-minute rule, actually, in terms of context itself, it can be done in various forms. You can set this is like the most straightforward. You can make use of like what you do. You've adopted it unknowingly to your Grab food to make it, give yourself that time span to finish it because the food is going to come, and if you are
also
still not able to.
Also because I love to eat lah. So that's my main motivator.
So you can apply to other things itself. So that same principle can apply if you are going to know that you need to finish this thing. Put a reward at the end of it so that you do this now. I mean, that reward can be anything. You are a runner, you are a gym person, you are an ice cream person, that context itself is there. It's just for you to be able to put something at the end of it so that you work for it. So you're going to put in this time and then you give yourself that reward at the end of it. And it's perfectly fine because the whole objective is for you to be able to gain productivity in the progress, and it's important to reward yourself, even if it's like I'm gonna do in the next 30 minutes in 10-minute blocks, or I'm just gonna do this and I'm going to sleep after that. I think it's perfectly fine too, because then that is still the reward itself.
It's funny when you mentioned ice cream, the image that came up was, oh my god, must faster finish the thing so that the ice cream don't melt.
Well, then that's a good motivation.
Yeah, that's the visual that's coming up for me. That's funny.
That's a good motivation if you've ordered McDonald's sundae and it's sitting on your table. So you wouldn't want to end up drinking it instead of eating it. So.
Now I feel like ordering McDonald's tomorrow. Oh my goodness. No.
Can you send one to me too? Thank you.
No. Okay, so the next one. So we've mentioned two. Just to recap, well, first is to stop multitasking, to focus. Second one is the 10-minute rule. Yes. So the third one is actually about the 2-minute rule, which we picked up from our fellow coach, Jovan. Yeah.
2-minute rule. 2-minute rule. How we have picked this up from him is, if there is something that you can do within the next 2 minutes, then just get it done right now. For example, something that I'm just going to share something that we just encountered earlier was there was a request for suggestion for something to be on my side to be sent out. At first I was thinking, okay, something I could do, and then Jovan reminded me that, well, this can be just done within 2 minutes by forwarding over. I was like, all right, yeah, that's true. That's the 2 minute rule. And at that moment, I just didn't that rule didn't kick in for me at that moment. So I was like, okay, I was putting it onto my tomorrow list to do, which already is full actually. It's pretty full tomorrow. And that is a very good example of forwarding it. And that 2 minute rule of me actually sending it over, actually it did result in a quick conversation with the person that I had to send it over to. And that took like over 10 minutes. But part of it was not related to this. This was really done within 2 minutes. And it led to also a meaningful conversation a little bit onwards afterwards, because I was also speaking to him for some other stuff. And I know there's a couple of my friends who are also talking to this gentleman for some possible work to be done by him itself. So this 2 minute rule is a very simple rule, and we really love this from Coach Jovan. I'll just say that again, is to look at the thing that needs to be done, and if it can be done right now within 2 minutes, just get it done. It could be something just a simple email that doesn't need extensive work. It could just be, even just 2 minutes just to write down your to-do list, 2 minutes to write down your time schedule, to plan your next maybe half a day schedule. Anything that fits within the 2 minute slot, get it done within the next 2 minutes.
Yeah. And to add on to that, that's also one of my belief where, I only want to touch each item once. Meaning, what Des mentioned earlier is to get it done within 2 minutes. Anything that can be done within 2 minutes, get it done. For me, is similar concept, but also with regards to if I go on Facebook and I see a messenger message where, I paused because I did the opposite today. But anyway, generally speaking, if I go to Messenger and I saw a message that needs replying, I only want to, by touching it once, it means I only want to see the message once, send it out, reply, get it over and done with, and then I don't have to go back to the message again. Yeah. So it's just getting it done.
Yeah, just getting it done. Cool.
Cool.
That's 3
Great.
points already.
Yep.
So
last one.
The last one? You want to
The
share?
last one is about, yes. Okay. The last one is about understanding our body cycle, which means think about when is the time when you are most productive. When I talk about productive, it means sort of like getting in the zone. Like, for example, for me, I'm a night person. I'm more productive when I'm doing work. I know because it flows and I don't have those mental blocks, like, I don't have those mental blocks. So it's flowing and I get things done fast. So have the awareness and notice which is the time period for you. Know that as humans, it is impossible for us to be productive all the time. It is impossible for us to be at our peak all the time. There's always, I don't know whether you guys have heard of this saying, what goes up must come down. I think that belongs in the stock market. But same for humans, we go up, our energy level goes up at a peak. We have to come down to rest, and then we go up again. So it is not about staying at the peak period, peak energy level for long periods of time. It is about knowing your body clock, body cycle, and knowing which are the times where you are able to work very, very well, and perhaps think about blocking out those times to do tasks that are the most important for you. Yeah.
True. Good point. I mean, this point about the peak, the up peak and coming down. Yeah, I think the stock market certainly is that way. But in terms of the physical body itself, for those people who are watching this, whether now or afterwards, especially those who play sports, that you can only be in peak performance for a limited period of time, because that is how our body is configured. Just think of this as a deer running away from a prey, a lion that's chasing. The deer hits very high speeds in order for that period of time to get away. So the deer goes into a peak performance, for that specific short period. It can run very, very fast, but it can't last forever. It's not a marathon. You don't do a marathon
really?
running at time. Yes, this was a classic example that I picked up, that
Okay.
our bodies are not, even animals, the bodies are not designed to be like 100% all the time, which is in related to what we are saying. So this deer example is a very clear example that hit me, that we are configured to be at peak for a certain period of time. I won't even say short, certain. Some people got a longer period, some people got a shorter period. So as you mentioned, the understanding is very important. So this is how it works. So athletes are the same. They will train themselves to be at the peak for their competition. And even during the competition, they have to adjust to the time of the expected competition so that they are at the peak and the best chances of winning. So yeah, I think that's a very good point.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So to recap, there's 4 points. I've also typed it in the comment section as well. First is to stop multitasking, focus on one item at a time. Second one is the 10-minute rule, to set 10 minutes before you take a break, before you do anything, before eat my McDonald's and stuff. The third one is 2 minutes rule, to do anything that can be done within 2 minutes, such as replying a message or replying an email or anything. 2 minutes, just get it done so that you don't have to come back to it again the next time. The fourth thing is to understand your body cycle, set aside peak performance periods for yourself. Every one of us are different. Find out what yours is, and then set aside the time to focus that period of time on tasks that are the most important for you. Yep.
Yes, that's right.
Okay,
All
so thank you guys for watching, for those
you,
who are
everyone.
with us. And those are the tips we have for today. We will be back next week to share a little bit more tips and more to share a little bit more with regards to on helping you to improve in your personal development as well.
Yes, we will. So we will be back
Yeah.
next week. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We will be back next week.
Cool. I see you
Okay.
guys. Take
See
care.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.